Do you see this? Bottom of the deck right now. Creative project. Children's books. Getting children's books and music teachers. Hey, music teachers, have you considered teaching music privately? Private lessons? You can do it through Skype and connect with people all over. I'm really getting teachers, but so many of you are creative, and the creative project card at the bottom is just a beautiful affirmation that it's time to move on and really fulfill that part of yourself that hasn't been tapped into in a while. The Ocean card is underneath creative project. This is another detox card. Some of you may also get a new job in an area, a new city, a new town, by the water, by the ocean. But for most of you, this is going to be cleansing and detoxing. You need more water. You just need more water, especially for those of you who've been sick, who have that congestion in their chest. 8 cups of water, I don't think you're coming close to that. But even if you are, you need way more. And I'm telling you that sea salt, but I'm getting pink Himalayan sea salt. Mix some of that in. Google it so you know what it is that I'm talking about. That's a very specific message I'm being told to tell you. Not even white sea salt. I'm talking pink Himalayan sea salt. But it's for your heart chakra. It makes sense, okay? You know, Leo, I want to move on to your love reading, but I'm just getting this really stagnant energy, and it's showing up in the cards. It's showing up in how I'm channeling and what I'm channeling right now. I think some of you just feel so incredibly stuck. Well, you've actually done more work than I think you're giving yourself credit for. I mean, this card doesn't come up otherwise. There are plenty of other children cards in the deck. You actually are doing an incredibly good job. Please reward yourself. If you're working too hard, you need a day off. So you can't manifest anything for the future if you're busy all the time. You need silence. You need silence to hear spirit. You need to self-nurture. But you're doing a great job. Okay? But let's jump into love. I do think for some of you, what's preventing you from fulfilling the creative projects is a family situation too. Now, this could be why children is coming up so prominently in your spread as well, okay? Yeah, so you have children, you have responsibilities, you just can't abandon work to go hide in a corner and like write stuff. I get it, but you need to balance. I am definitely getting the energy that family will be more supportive about your creative projects. There's good energy there for you. There's something divinely guided here. Have you heard the message? What have you been thinking of? Even if you keep brushing it off, why would I ever do that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm just getting that you're not hearing the message, but spirit is saying this thing that we keep showing you, that you keep thinking about, that you're just obsessively, even when it doesn't make sense. It's that thing. That is the key to fulfilling your life purpose. Take a chance. Your family will really support you. They may even need this, because the happier you are in your life choices, the better relationships you're going to have, the better energy you bring home. Okay, but let's jump into your love reading before this gets too long. But Leos, I was getting this a few weeks ago in your reading too, that you need to be doing something different. Accept that a chapter has ended. It may not even just be a chapter for you. Accept that maybe like this one whole book, you're so used to reading it. Maybe you've read it a million times. You can recite it by heart. It's done. Put it aside. Start writing something new. Start on chapter 1 of this new life that you want. There's this incredibly powerful positive energy around you, and yet for some reason you still want this old thing to work out. Why? Well, part of the pull to the old thing is the karmic lesson that either hasn't been learned at all or you haven't come full circle with it yet. The sooner you acknowledge that it's karmic, though, the quicker that process will go. Sometimes that literally does happen overnight. I've seen it, okay? In my own life, too. This resistance you have is holding you back from something bigger and better. But let's move on to your love reading, okay? Leo, love and relationships for November 2018. Leo, love, relationships. Release your ex. Okay. Maybe part of what you're holding on to that is holding you back is this person. Is that preventing you from moving forward in your career? Yes. Could that possibly be some of that toxic energy that was coming up in the last spread? Yes. Release your ex is followed by the honeymoon card. This is interesting. Well, for some of you, to release your ex, you need to travel. Reconciliation is actually sitting in the middle of this, though. Let me pull a few more cards, Leo. This is a mixed message right here. Okay. All right, Leo. Some of this karmic energy that's affecting you at work, they're lessons that you've actually been repeating in one of your most prominent romantic relationships. Now, that will still tie back to family. It usually does. You do tend to attract what we know. And so, if we like it, that's cool. And if not, we learn to heal it and change it and manifest something different. Yeah, for some of you guys. For some of you, I'm reluctant to say this because I'm really getting an energy for you guys that getting back together with your ex is not the best thing. The reconciliation card is sitting there as an option. For some of you, you have to release it if you want to move forward with your life. Why? Because there's this karmic thing. It's draining you. The karmic lesson may be you are deserving of something better. You need your energy for you. If you're constantly going back to old stuff and old people, rehashing the same things that never really heal, you're too distracted to move forward with your life. How could you possibly have the energy to start a new business, to start a new venture, to move somewhere? For some of you, this honeymoon card isn't just a vacation. Some of you just need to take a vacation. You need some physical space away from this person that's been hurting you, or this relationship that's been so trying to you. But some of you are moving somewhere close to the water. Okay? There's something about that for you. You're traveling. If you're not moving, you're definitely traveling. Yeah. Release your ex is clarified by separation. So obviously a lot of Leos are going through some tough times in love. You want to reconcile. I understand that that's what you want, but is it of your highest good? What Spirit's telling me, for the majority of you Leos, even though you want this, you're only meant to forgive them and to learn the lessons and to move on. Some of you are going to do this anyway. Sometimes we need to do this to learn the lessons, to move on. Sometimes we just need to go through it one more time. But I am not getting the energy for the majority of you that if you reconcile, anything's going to be terribly different. I'm sorry, I'm just not getting that. There's a small percentage, a small percentage. And I'm really getting this more for those of you who are truly committed. You have children, you have family, you're married. You've been together for a very long time. There's some forgiving and learning that you can do to truly consciously make an effort toward repairing your relationship. Going on a vacation together, whether it's a true vacation where you're truly traveling, or maybe it's just you do something special, a date night. But I'm really seeing that if you're going to repair this, you need some serious time away together. Just to have fun, but the deep conversations, legit repair, it'll take work though. That won't be easy. But that's really, I'm getting like 2%. I'm not getting more than 2% of Leos that applies to. For most of you, you want the reconciliation, but it is not of your highest good. Understand that if you stay, you are choosing to continue to repeat the same old karmic lessons. If you haven't learned them yet, then maybe that serves a purpose for you. But it's about forgiving and learning and moving on for the majority of you, especially in November. I know that's heavy. And you know, oftentimes when you get out of relationships or when something ends, especially a love relationship, you start to look at the rest of your life. So if you're being unfulfilled at work too, well, you now have the courage to walk away from someone you love. That's the hardest thing of all. Why then would you stay in a work situation that hurts your soul too? The children card again. For some of you, like I said, you're married, you have children, it'll be worth it for you to travel together, maybe get some therapy, some healing, to genuinely, truly make the effort to stay together. But the children card, this was coming up so strong in the first and the general reading. For some of you, the separation in love is spotlighting, one, how much you want children of your own, how much you love and care about your current children, and so you want them to be exposed to healthier circumstances or a healthier family environment. I'm really getting, for some of you, you want to be able to connect to children. You just have this very special, very pure, very divine connection to them. And you're that teacher that they have, that when they're an adult, they still remember your name. They remember something that you taught them, that you gave them from that place of love. I just got music teacher again. Some of you that are happily coupled, wow, this is a huge jump, right? Totally different energy. Some of you are going to go on a honeymoon and you're going to get pregnant. Some of you, or your partner will, you're going to travel. And if you've been having an issue, any issues conceiving, just the nature, the energy, the carefree, whatever it is, that's a really beautiful energy, Leo. For those of you happily coupled, wow. Ooh. Engagements following that beautiful energy. I have a message for you, but I'm going to pull 2 cards, and then I'm going to show you what's here on the table, okay? Thank you for being patient, Leo. I know these messages, there's stagnant energy, and I know how frustrating that is to you. I get it. I can feel that energy. It's even communicating this to you. It's like, ugh, why is everything stuck right now, you know? But I promise it will come unstuck. There's just some karmic stuff that needs to be dealt with. I'm going to show you something awesome here. Yes. All right. Release your ex is clarified by separation, okay? Pretty self-explanatory. For those of you who do this, who trust in the message that it's time for them to go, the reconciliation is not of the highest good, this is what's in store for you if you truly allow yourself to move on from your ex. In no specific order. Can you see this? children, honeymoon, engagement. Leo. I bet you weren't expecting that, right? Because this has been kind of a tough energy that we've been talking about. Look at all this beautiful energy that comes into you and into your life. For those of you who are happily coupled, something is accelerating to a new level. Even if you've been together for many, many years, there's some sort of rekindling of something. With this honeymoon card, things get maybe a little sexy on the vacation or something. Spend a little more time that maybe you haven't had together. Ascending, your love life is ascending to a higher level. What a beautiful energy that is. But here's what happens if you take this route. Release your ex in this reconciliation because you don't actually want to release your ex. You're just holding on for dear life. I don't know why, because I don't think they're particularly loving or good for you, and I think you know that. But I mean, the heart, I get it. I've completely been down that road. You will again have this disconnect. You rekindle something with this person, and you will again be faced with these karmic lessons that will not go away. They're not changing. The dynamic between you is not changing. The chemistry that wasn't there will not just magically appear. It's over. You have the choice to step back into that cycle or to step out of that cycle and start something brand new. If you start something brand new and you don't fall into this trap. I feel like it's a trap, okay? It just does not feel like a positive decision to make. Although, sitting at the center, I know you want this. Many of you want this. But if you don't do this, the honeymoon, children, engagement, trust in it. Let me pull a couple of crowning cards. Leo, I know this is tough, right? You're like, okay, so I need a new job and a new relationship. It's because you've evolved. You have evolved and the people around you have not. Once upon a time, these work situations, these romantic relationships, they served a purpose in your life. They don't anymore. And it's not because you did anything wrong. It's because you did the right thing. You have evolved leaps and bounds beyond people around you. When is all of this going to happen? All this good stuff? The new job, the fulfilled life purpose, the children, the engagement, the honeymoon. But you have to do the work and you have to trust that the thing you're holding on to, whether it's love, whether it's a business, it's holding you back. It's time to go now. But you have so much positivity there. So much. The universe really is supporting you. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like it though, especially when these crazy people keep showing up, especially at work. Some of you at work are just going through some crazy stuff there, huh? This is what's coming in. Did I say your honeymoon, you're going to have some like great kind of sexy trip and then, you know. But for those of you that are single, not only will you have a partner that you feel passionate about, who will feel passionately about you, this beautiful, looks like new love after this long overdue separation. But I'm also getting to tell you that you will come into alignment with your life purpose that you will truly be fulfilled by and feel passionate about every single day. Okay, I know this is getting quite long, but I love you guys.